morning, Joe Deary, Powerful Improvements, Putnam, Connecticut. Today is March 22nd, 2023, and a moment that I've been waiting for. I finally have my X6 plumbed up. It looks like we're not going to have any hard freezing weather for at least the next week, so I'm counting on it being done for the season, and I've gone ahead and done all the plumbing to this today. See how nicely routed we are at an angle. We got SH, the red line is soap. We've got water in and water out. That's a bypass right there, and everything's plumbed up nicely. I got drop sticks in the back with PVC and uniseals. I'll show you the top of the tank here. That's what we're looking at there. Water in, water out. Chem here, soap here. Nicely routed. Giving myself a little bit of extra hose so things can flex and move a little bit. And we're all plumbed in. We got everything wide open here right now. This pump apparently is self-priming, so there was no issues there. I don't need a primer or a bleeder valve like I do with my other 12 volt. And this thing's all set up and working. We got the RB65 red gun attached to it. This is a little bit larger orifice, okay? This thing does like 16 gallons a minute. This pump puts out like 6.8 or 6.7, so this is a little overrated as far as flow goes. Jimmy did send me a different gun, but this is what I have on here for right now. And it's getting some great distance. Look at this thing. Awesome. So I've got the wheel out here, and we're going to do a quick distance test just to see where we're at. And I do not have the DPI connected yet. So this port right here is going to handle a pressure washer. We're going to put a quick connect in there, and we're going to run a whip line down to my 5.5 gallon per minute. So we're going to add another 5 gallons per minute worth of flow in there, probably within the next day or so. I'm going to go see what I can find for an adapter at the hardware store to make that work. And that's why the 5.5 is on here, okay? It's going to be coupled with the X6, and we're going to be putting out 10, 11 gallons per minute or so. We're also going to have the option to take that whip line and put it on the 8 gallon. Now we're talking about like 14 gallons a minute combination with this beast. But for now, we're running it just as a 12 volt. And I'm getting nice slap. That's nice. Let's see what we get for distance with just the X6. All right, we got 200 feet of 5/8 inch Curatech hose sitting on that 18-inch Han-A reel. We got all 3/4 feeding the reel. The reel itself has a 1/2 inch manifold, so that's my restriction. Okay, it goes 3/4 to 1/2 inch reduction right there, 1/2 inch manifold, back out to 5/8, 200 feet. I set up this orange bar right here, and my Lufkin is set at 0. And we'll put our toes at the bar right here like this, shoot down into the driveway. All right, let's take a walk. Zeros. Go right into the middle of the most saturated area, and that is 46 feet. That's awesome. And I got a little bit of fray spray out here at around the 50-foot mark, so that's pretty good. Pretty happy with that. We know we're going to get even more distance with that when we add in a little bit of water with the 5.5 pressure washer coupled in there. And perhaps with a different gun, I'd get a little more distance. Jimmy sent me this crazy gun, which I put on my garden hose. In the meantime, this thing has a little less flow, so it's a little more restricted and puts out a real nice bullet. Just on my garden hose, look how good this thing works. That's garden hose pressure. And that's a nice beam. So I may put this thing on there and give it a try. But for now, we're running with the red gun. I intend to wash with this tomorrow. I'm not washing today. I'm taking the day off, doing some family stuff. There's a swivel on that gun too. All right, so the other thing that goes on with this is that there's a bypass in here that's controlled on a remote. So you can turn it on and off. You can also turn soap on and off right here. You turn this on, then the remote works to bypass. We're just gonna turn the soap on right now. So we get some flashing light indicating that we're soaping. All 3 valves are wide open. I'm actually gonna turn the soap itself down a little bit. We only need the soap cracked. And let's see, I'm gonna give myself just a little bit more than that because we're trying to shoot for indicator today. And let's see how long it takes to get some soap out of that. You wish you could have this much fun all day. Now that is 200 feet of hose we're pulling through. We've been a good probably 30 seconds now. There we go. There it is. 30 seconds. Now I would normally do this with a remote, but I'm not doing that right now. Turn that soap button off. And this is the valve right here. See? Y'all that have these similar systems understand. And now it'll be about 30 seconds. We should have clear water again. My grass is gonna hate me. As you can see, my grass hates me anyway, so just have a clean spot in the driveway. I know, I should be washing my house real quick with it. I did spray my barn roof a little bit earlier while I was practicing. All right, we should be clear in a second here. I imagine that once you start washing with this, you get the rhythm of when to turn the soap off. Yeah, we're clear again now, see? That's just air. You get the rhythm, you know? You got to push the button, you got 30 more seconds to soap. Do that now with downstreaming a little bit with the Flow Pro anyway. That's nice. I'm excited to add the additional flow. And then when we do that, we got another little trick that we've been talking about with Judd West about having a Flow Pro remote on the pressure washer that gets added in. So you can literally turn that flow on and off if you want to. So you can choose to run X6 only and maybe soap at 6 or 7 gallons a minute. And then when you go to rinse, hit the Flow Pro and introduce the flow using the D10 as just an on and off valve on the Flow Pro instead of a bypass. And then you introduce another 5 or 6 or 8 or 10 gallons or whatever your pressure washer is on your rinse mode only. And now we're getting ridiculous. Sweet. All right, I'm gonna give you one last look at what's going on here. And then I got some things to do. All right, catch you guys tomorrow. You gotta call Jimmy.